I'm Dr. Russell Dawn, President of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. Thank you, and go Cougars!
Welcome back to another Coaches Weekly for men's soccer. I am Reagan Espinosa, joined by graduate assistant coach Anton. Recapping from this past weekend, CUC men's soccer tied against BenU. Can you tell me a little bit about that game?
Yeah, very defensive battle for us. It was an away game, night game at BenU. The guys got up for it. We were missing some key players. Michael Sinise was out. Giovanni Lechuga was out. So missing some of our more creative guys, but really, really proud of our team performance. That was our first point in conference. So, just something to build on. A lot of positives to take from it. Also a lot that we're going to work on. We're going to get better on. But yeah, working on that.
Yeah, building off that, BenU has beat and tied a couple teams that you guys have lost to. So what is the next step? Like, what's motivating you guys to continue playing like that?
Yeah, I think just continuing to try to reach our full potential as a team is our biggest goal, and BenU was a big step towards that. They're a team that right now is in position to make the conference tournament, and that's where we want to be. So showing to ourselves that we can be that type of team, we can compete with those type of teams, and then continuing to build, hopefully, with a win this weekend.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned a couple players were out. Were there any players that stepped up and really showcased their skills?
Yeah, absolutely. One that stuck out was Mateo Leboy. He was fantastic. He started up top for us, then moved to the right back position due to an injury in the game, and just worked really, really hard. Showed his teammates that he cared about them through his work, and everyone was very proud of him, really stepped up. And that type of work wasn't new to us because we see it every day in practice. It was really awesome for him to be able to get all that hard work rewarded with some minutes in the game, and it was really fun to watch him do his thing.
Yeah, awesome. And then what is your main goal going into this weekend's match?
Yeah, one, it's senior day, so we're really excited to celebrate our seniors and everything that they've done for the program. And beyond that, we're really ready to get a win here. It's two teams that have kind of struggled a little bit more with their results, so we're really hoping to just play hard, really give our all, put our best foot forward, and hopefully if we do that, we'll get a result.
No, yeah, and I know that you guys usually play a little more defensively. Is that also the tactic that you guys will be using?
Yeah, so it'll partially depend on our personnel, who's healthy, who's not. We are definitely going to try to keep a clean sheet like we did last week. You don't lose a game if you don't give up a goal. Mm-hmm. So if we're always keeping clean sheets, which that was our first of the year, we want to build on that, continue to do that. But hopefully we'll be able to push forward a little bit more, be a little quicker in transition, get a couple as well.
Yeah, and looking into conference, we're at the point where we have a couple more games left in the season. So how do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I think we feel ready to play those last couple of games. Mm-hmm. The soccer season goes so quickly. It's just you're playing twice a week, every week, and I know the guys are just excited to continue to play, take every opportunity that they have to be on the field and play the game that they love with guys that they love. So we're really just having a positive mindset, hoping to get a couple wins and continue to prove to ourselves that we can be a team that's competitive in the conference and that we have a bunch of guys that are fighting for each other.
Great, yeah, and finishing off the Coaches Weekly, what are some positive words you can say to your team if they were here in the room with us?
Yeah, just, again, we talk about reaching our full potential, and that's still in front of us. The win-loss record isn't what we want right now, but we can continue to strive to reach our full potential. And then just having the guys continue to invest in each other, continue to, invest in the relationships with each other, because college athletics is unique. You play a season for 2 weeks, but you still live with those guys for the other, 8 months of the year, and being able to invest in those relationships and just enjoy spending time with each other. We have 26 really quality people on the team. And it's a joy to go to training and be with them every day. So just hoping that they continue to invest in each other. And when you do that off the field, it shows on the field as well.
Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining us, Anton. And once again, I'm Reagan Espinosa here for the Coaches Men's Soccer Weekly. CUC Men's Soccer will play WLC this weekend on Saturday at 2:30. So I wish you guys the best of luck, and hopefully you guys bring a win this week.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome. Bye, Cougars.
Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network for game number 2 of today's doubleheader as CUC men's soccer prepares to take on the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors. It's a late season NAC battle, and we've got all the action here on the Cougar Sports Network for you today. I'm Kayla McLeod, joined here by Reagan Espinoza. We'll be on the call with you all afternoon. Reagan, fresh off of her own game with the women's soccer team, played right before the men's game here. So a full day of soccer in River Forest, and it's shaping up to be a good one. CUC will start with the kickoff here, and we are officially underway at 2:43 p.m. Today was the Senior Day celebration for our men's soccer team. You got the opportunity to watch that whole ceremony on the broadcast before the game began. So a very special starting 11 here for the CUC men's soccer team. It's all 10 of their seniors on the field to start today. So something that you don't really see a lot at the college level anymore, starting all of your seniors. So it's a really great thing to be able to see Coach Callahan doing this for his senior squad today. An early opportunity for Salamanca, and that's going to roll right into the hands of the keeper. Not even giving us a chance to take a look at these starting lineups before the Cougars get going. Owen Galt making the start in the net for WLC and already picking up a 1 save. Looks like we're going to be seeing a very aggressive CUC offense here today. Concordia Chicago coming off of a 0-0 tie at Benedictine on Wednesday. So they're hungry for a goal. They've gone a little bit without scoring, so looking to get that early on. WLC also coming off of a scoreless game. They played at Aurora this past Wednesday. They fell with a pretty hearty deficit, so they're trying to come back and make sure that they can continue to compete. And as I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, we are down into the final of NAC play. These are the final few games in the regular season, and with that comes the taunting idea that your season could be over before you know it, as a quick shot is taken but deflected. And both of these teams doing anything that they can to ensure that they can keep playing as long as they can. 3 teams have already clinched a spot in the NAC playoffs, and Concordia and WLC on the lower end of the standings. So any points that they can pick up in the form of a win is good and helps push a little bit forward.
Yeah, we could see them both coming off a pretty decent schedule. They both have losses and wins that go in each other's favor. So overall, we're just here to see who can ultimately want it the most.
And that's a great thing that you mentioned there, Reagan. Who wants it the most? This is going to be a battle till the final buzzer rings, because these two teams, they're hungry. Both of them are chasing. Concordia is chasing their first conference win of the season. WLC is chasing their second conference win of the season. So they're just really fighting for everything that they've been playing all season for. We've seen with Concordia, we've seen a lot of good things that just haven't shown in the results. And so now they're trying to put that together. They're trying to find where they can get these results. And I think this game right here is going to be a battle between the two. A deep throw in for the Warriors that's going to be batted around, and a deep shot up and misses the field goal. So a goal kick here for CUC. Most notably, too, for this Concordia squad, missing a couple of key players today, and we're going to see how that's going to play an impact. The Cougars' leading goal scorer in Michael Sinise is not active for today, so he's been a force for CUC. He's been the source of the majority of their offense, so looking to find some new options is going to be key here. Young sends this one forward, trying to catch a run here. He catches the foot of Bradley. Bradley looks forward, but that's going to go out of play. A little bit of miscommunication on where he wanted that ball. He was talking to his teammate, telling him which route he was trying to go, and just could not quite connect on it. Kyle Schultz in the goal for CUC. Schultz, one of those 10 seniors that was honored before today's game. A 4-year senior on this team, but here comes the Cougars. Delgado sends that in. That's going to be batted away. Good look here. Coming down quick is Galindo. And Schultz clears it away quickly.
Yeah, especially with their defense for WLC, it seems like they're playing a 3-back. So as long as CUC expands wide and uses that space, they could take advantage and potentially get a goal.
And that's exactly what they're looking to do here. We've seen already so far today Miguel Salamanca being aggressive on that front line there and trying to take advantage as best as he can. Obviously, that first shot of the day looked very promising and still pressing forward. But WLC coming right back down, sends a long ball to the far side. Cutting back, sending it in with his right foot, and right into the hands of Kyle Schultz. Moresco sends that right back to WLC. Here's Bradley now. He sends this one in high, and that's going to be batted away for the first corner kick of the day. These two rosters do seem to be fairly matched up when you look height-wise. Concordia's struggled a little bit in some of their games this season, being just a little bit shorter than their opposition and having a hard time winning balls in the air. But seemingly here today, things seem pretty fair matched up. So being able to get a piece of this ball in the air is going to be key in this corner kick. Kyle Schultz coming out, batted around. That's cleared out by Moresco. A great save from the senior.
Yeah, and we see a lot of good defensive plays coming from CUC as they go throughout the season. They've been very good defensively. It's just those moments of transition where they have lost a good sense of how to play that. But overall, they're pretty good defensively.
And that's showing from Juan Moresco right there. That is one of those big factors in their defensive showing. Kyle Schultz coming out and trying to get a hand on that ball, not able to get there, but having a back line that you know has your back as a keeper is a very important piece in this team. As that flag goes up for the offside call, sending things back the other direction now. A little bit of an aggressive battle there on the far side. Wangundu tied up, having some words with the official. He's not happy with that call, but that's going to give a free kick to the Warriors just outside the box. Kick goes up into the box, headed away by Wangundu. And the follow-up attempt. The field goal is good from Leffel, but the regular goal is not. Great attempt there from WLC to stay aggressive. These two teams with a lot of history. CUC looking for their first win over the Warriors since 2021. WLC won the last 3 matchups by 2 or more goals. Little give and go there from Moresco to Ocampo. Ocampo trying to cut back but loses that ball there. Ramirez Pabon quickly able to grab it, and the Warriors coming down, moving fast. Here's Scortino. He sends it forward. Not enough run there, and that's going to send it right out of bounds. we're seeing a consistent trend here. We're seeing the Warriors making that run and then stopping. I think this is the second or third time already we've seen that ball's just gone straight out of the back line. What do we need to see from the Warriors to be able to connect on those?
I think at the moment they're trying to take advantage of CUC, especially looking at their record. So they're trying to find those gaps and kind of rushing it. I think in order to progress and get that going, they need to just stay calm and look at the options where they need to go instead of just forcing it forward.
We're going to see a stoppage here for an injury. Evan Perez went down pretty hard in the midfield. Evan Perez, another one of those seniors that was honored before today's game. Perez actually the only other 4-year senior on this team. Him and Kyle Schultz, the 2 4 years that have been with this program the longest. But he seemed to be popped right back up and ready to play. Warriors dropping it back here, trying to draw the Cougar defense, sending that ball forward. The break from Galindo, but scooped up by Schultz. Badillo over to Moresco. Looking for Figueroa there, but can't connect on that pass. It's going to be a throw-in for WLC. A little give and go. Galindo trying to get one off of his foot. That's going to be batted away. And Schultz able to scoop it up. There was 3 Cougar defenders right there. Castaneda actually getting a foot on it, and Schultz able to scoop it up. But really great efforts there from Galindo, making his way through 3 defenders to find that clear look. Warriors coming away with this one here. Looks to send it down quickly. Colleen knew he was offsides. Didn't even make an attempt on the ball to try to keep that ball in play. Cougars coming away with it. Ocampo forward here. Salamanca. He's got numbers coming in. He tries to send it in to Figueroa, but that's going to be batted away by the Warriors. Little tie up here. Figueroa coming away with it. A physical battle between him and Bradley. Moresco now. Over to Badillo. Badillo back to Ocampo. Forward for Moresco. And that's going to be cleared out by the Warriors. Moresco to Salamanca. Over to Perez. Zagara now. He sends a long ball in. It's going to be broken up by the Warriors once again. A shot there from Figueroa right into the hands of Galt. Not a bad look from Miguel Figueroa, seeing some space and taking advantage of it. Just right into the hands of Galt. Movement here from Colleen. He's going to find space past the diving Kyle Schultz, but thankfully just off frame. They're going to say Schultz got a hand on it. They're going to award the corner kick here to the Warriors.
Corner kick, Warriors.
Second corner kick for WLC. Dominic Mala taking the corner. In the air, the header up and over off frame. And that's going to bring in our first substitutions of the day for the Cougars, getting some fresh legs in. Now into the game for the Cougars is Caleb Kale, one of the usual starters for CUC, trying to make some moves offensively, as that one is going to be called for offside, but a really good effort there from Colleen. Schultz able to make the snag regardless, but WLC is moving quick, and they are finding those gaps, and they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, especially with the formation WLC is playing that causes more numbers up in the box with 5 in the middle and them constantly going up to support the forwards. So I think by doing that, they're constantly creating chances. Just surprising they're getting offsides a little more than usual.
Cougars trying to create some chances of their own here. Dropped back to Schultz, trying to pull some of this WLC defenders a little bit deeper. Create something going here, as that one's just out of reach now. Cougars have Delgado, Salamanca, and Kale on this front line, and those are 3 quick forwards for CUC. Trying to take advantage of being able to capitalize on those runs is going to be key while you have this lineup in, and being able to, as you were talking about taking advantage of that formation, Reagan, being able to make those runs and take advantage of it while you still have this speedy front line is going to be huge. WLC coming down quick, trying to break through Camp, broken up by Castaneda. Perez sends it forward to Kale. A little bit of a collision in the midfield, but Kale sends that one forward right to the foot of WLC's O'Connor. Moresco to Kale. Kale keeps it in. Cuts toward the middle. Badillo with time. He's going to have one, and that's going to go up through the uprights for the second field goal of the day. These two teams were playing American-style football. We'd see some numbers on the scoreboard, but unfortunately still a blank here as we are under 28 minutes to play in the half. Ocampo coming away with it. Over to Delgado. Batted away. That's going to be a throw in for WLC. And I believe we're going to see our first substitutions for the Warriors here. I believe Bradley's making his way off of the field. Now in. Edgar Gomez. Another throw in for the Warriors. A dangerous collision there. Going for the ball, but popping right back up fairly quickly. Jesus Ramirez Pabon.
I just thought you just recently covered it. That's not that long ago.
26 minutes here to play in half number 1.
I got it. Go over.
Scortino sends that forward. That's going to be broken up by the Cougars. Castaneda now. Ocampo in the midfield has that poked away, and the Warriors have momentum here. Yes, back to Colleen. Little miscommunication between Colleen and Ramirez Pabon, and the Cougars have some numbers moving forward quickly. Kale cuts forward, tries to connect with Delgado. Delgado stops his run to make sure he can get to that ball. Cuts back middle. Badillo drops it back to Moresco. Over to Kale, back to Moresco. The deep shot is up and over once again from Daniel Gutierrez. As we see some more subs coming in on both sides. Cougars had a strong opportunity there. They had some momentum coming down, and then a mistimed pass slowed Delgado down, and then they just seemed to struggle to get anything in motion once the Warriors' defense was set. Throw in for the Cougars. Cougars dropping it all the way back to Schultz in goal. Schultz letting everybody reset here, sends it forward to Kale. Kale misplacing that one, gives a throw in for WLC. Young with the throw in. Ocampo gets the first touch. Three Warriors in the box ready to break, but that ball doesn't even make it there. Cougar defense doing a great job as another deep shot from the 25-yard line goes well over. These two teams struggling to find success inside the box. So we're seeing them take a lot of opportunities when they have space outside of the box, but they're really struggling to be able to put it on frame. What do we need to see from both sides here to be able to kind of control that a little bit better?
I think personally we need to see a little more like just shots on frame in general, because if they're going to be taking it from that far out, they do need length on the ball, but just overall drive into the goal. Because if they keep continuously hitting it over, then obviously they're not going to get a shot as good on frame. So if they just figure out where they need to go, then it'll get in the net.
Absolutely, as physical battle results in a stoppage here. A little bit of collision on the ball. I believe Andrew King slowly making his way up after taking a hard hit. WLC with possession once again. Long ball. Here's King. Redemption for him. He's got control inside the box. Broken up by the Cougar defense. Long ball in. Batted away by the Cougars once again. Controlled by the Warriors. Looking to catch somebody. Little back and forth. As they're going to award a corner kick here for the Warriors. Cougars can't believe they did not think that ball was out, but alas, the third corner for the Warriors here. Mala taking the corner once again. Ball is up and well over. The header bounces off of Schultz and cleared out by the Cougars. I couldn't get a read on who got the touch, but CUC has an opportunity here. Badillo to Kale. Kale sends it forward. Little bit of too much, and LeBoy can't quite get there in a time. Throw in for CUC on the far side. Sun's starting to shine here in River Forest. It was a little bit of an overcast morning, a little bit of rain. Radar initially showing some showers this afternoon, and that slowly started to make its way south. So it's shaping up to be a beautiful day here in River Forest. These two teams are still chasing the first goal of the day. Ocampo coming up the midfield here. Drops it back to Castaneda. Schultz looking for Delgado on that far side. It's going to be a throw in for CUC. Last season, Wisconsin Lutheran making their way into the NAC tournament as the 8 seed. Seeing a little bit of a different success this season as they're sitting just outside the current NAC standings to make it into the tournament. Still possible for the Warriors, needing to get some things moving quickly, but a team that's generally found some success in the NAC standings. Head coach for the Warriors, Joe Lidke, in his 26th season as the head coach. So when you've got a coach that is there for that long, you're bound to see some highs and lows and the ebbs and flows of how recruiting cycles always end up. And the longer that you have a coach there, the easier it becomes to build off of a hard season. And arguably this could be a hard season for this Wisconsin Lutheran squad, but having a coach that's been there with that longevity, you have to have faith that there's going to be some success at the end of the tunnel. Throw in for the Warriors here. Under 18 to play in the first half. Cleared away by Young. Long ball played here. Maresco first to it. Another long ball sent down here. Maresco once again first to it. The shot deflected for Ramirez Pabon. Warriors still with it. Here's Mala. Broken up by CUC. Wangundu does a nice job clearing that out. LeBoy gets a foot on that one. Keeps it in play. Cougars coming down. Badillo sends it forward for Delgado. And that's going to be a throw in for CUC. Schultz sends this one forward looking for Kale. Kale gets ahead on it. Maresco changing direction to keep control here. He sends it forward. Off the head of Young. Guess with possession now. He drops it back. Long ball played forward. Castaneda able to head that to Schultz to successfully grab it. Caleb Dukic right on the trail trying to get that first touch on it. Again, this is what we were talking about earlier, is them taking advantage of that run, and that was a really good opportunity. We've seen Castaneda do a lot of great things on that back line for CUC, and that's one of those examples, being able to get there, shield Dukic from getting there, head it to Schultz, let him collect it, and reset. Kyle Schultz with the jump to get his hand on it. Tracing in was Andrew King. They're going to call the goal good. Schultz and King kind of collided a little bit into the goal, a little bit difficult to tell. That long ball sent in. Schultz made the jump. I can't quite tell if he got a touch on it. Either way, the goal is scored, breaks things open 1-0. We'll have to wait and see who that gets credited to. I'm unsure if King got the touch on it at the last minute or if that was going in without him getting there.
Yeah, it seems like it kind of went in before, and then it bounced back, but the ref still hadn't called it until it got hit in again.
1-0 lead now for WLC. Stakes raised a little bit for CUC, now officially playing in the deficit. Goal officially credited to Edgar Gomez on that kick. So looking like that goal was on that initial shot. I mean, it was a rocket of a shot coming off of that far side, turning that corner, and then getting it off with your left foot off balance. Going in that upper corner, it's hard for Schultz to even get a play on it, let alone being able to get a hand on it. Give and go, Maresco and Kale. Kale sends it back to Maresco. Maresco coming in quickly. He's going to be bumped off the ball by Young. Flood of subs for CUC. Some more seniors making their way off the field in favor of some fresh legs trying to get some momentum going for CUC. Free kick for the Cougars. A little too much from Guess.
All right, Cougars, let's go!
Kale taking the free kick here.
Come on, Cougars!
Kale sends it in. Coming in on the backside. Nobody able to get ahead on it. It's going to be batted around. Moresco gets the touch. Wangundu has it lost once again. Pelayo on the far side. Castaneda here. CUC trying to slow things down, control the tempo a little bit, gotten a little bit sped up, especially after giving up a goal. Things can become a little bit frantic. Being able to kind of slow things down, control the pace, and regain control of this game, because before that goal even, this has been a very evenly matched game. We've seen a lot of good opportunities from both sides, so not letting that goal frazzle the CUC, stay in control, know that this is your home field, control that tempo. We're seeing that happen here from this senior leadership. Throw in for the Warriors. Just about 10 minutes left to play here in half number one. Long throw in for WLC. Batted around in the midfield. LeBoy now has it. Has it broken up by the Warriors. A flood of subs coming in for the Warriors. Under 9 minutes to play now. Schultz sends this one downfield. Physical battle on the far side. LeBoy. Officials unsure which way that's going to go. Waving for Warrior ball, but a little bit back and forth there between the head official and the linesman. I'm not quite sure if they were on the same page there, but looks like they were going to end up giving a free kick here. This one up in the air. Schultz backtracking, and that's going to go over into the hands of Jesus Ramirez Pabon, just out of bounds. 7:20 to play here in the half. Deep throw in now for the Cougars. CUC now with their first corner of the day. Ocampo sends this one up off of the foot, right back to Ocampo. And that's going to be cleared out and a throw in here for CUC.
Come on, Cougars, let's go!
Castaneda now, he pulls it back. Challenged. Warriors coming away. Little back and forth battle. We're going to see a free kick for WLC. Stoppage of the clock. The official unhappy with how that went down. Looks like we might just get a talking to for Castaneda. No sign of a booking yet. A little bit of a physical battle. We're seeing things pick up a little bit, the intensity, as we near the end of the first half here, and CUC's trailing. We're going to start to see some things get a little bit more physical, a little bit more intense, as CUC really does not want to head into the halftime trailing. Being able to try to challenge everything that you can and find a way to put a goal on the board before half is going to be key. But CUC giving up another corner kick here for WLC. That'll be their fourth corner of the game.
Yeah, and WLC is continuously playing their game. They're finding that long ball, so as long as CUC kind of not allows it, then they'll be fine defensively.
Mala taking this corner once again for the Warriors. Kick is up. Deep and over the head of everybody in the box. Warriors still able to come away with it. Cuts back inside. O'Connor trying to get a touch on it. Goes down in the process. Young able to break that run up and force a throw in for CUC to slow things down. Officials letting the teams play through some things. Cougars coming down quickly. Kale looking for Klosik on the far side. Warriors able to break it up. The Warriors very unhappy on that no call. Under 4 minutes now in the half.
Good, Mateo, come on.
Schultz able to scoop that one up. A quick roll over here on the near side for Castaneda. Coming up quickly. He's got some options. He finds Kale. Kale over to Pelayo. Has that one batted away. Dukic drops it back. Warriors have options And LeBoy's going to get a foot on that and clear it out. Officially under 3 minutes now to play. Long ball sent in. Can't quite get there. Keeping it in play is Scortino. Excuse me. I believe that was Reno that actually was able to keep that in play. Under 2 minutes now here in the first half. Here's Mala. Over to Young. Sends the long ball in. Batted away by the Cougars. Drops it back to Ramirez Pabon. Mala in the midfield, drops it back once again as we near the 1 minute mark.
Come on, Cougars, pressure!
We see them just maintaining possession so they could waste time as the clock goes down to a minute.
And if you're WLC, that's not a bad idea. You're up 1-0 at the half. You've got a minute left. Slowing things down a little bit, kind of wasting that time. Not giving the Cougars any last-minute opportunities as CUC coming away here. They're looking for those last-minute opportunities. We're officially under 40 seconds now, so CUC, if they want something before the half, they're going to have to move quick. And with a throw in here, 30 seconds to go in the half, Moresco looking for somebody to move quick. Moresco back to Ocampo. Can't quite get a controlled touch on it. Ocampo once again. 15 seconds to go. Here's Kale.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Gutierrez over to LeBoy. LeBoy tries to send it forward, has it batted out, and that is how we're going to end the first half here. A very evenly matched first half. We've seen a lot of things on both sides, but as it stands, WLC, the only one that's been able to find the back of the net. So taking a look at what we've seen so far, overall, WLC, 11 shots total, 3 shots on goal. CUC, only 4 shots total, 2 shots on goal. So something that we're going to need to see in the second half is CUC just finding a little bit more offense and finding some more shots. Obviously, looking for putting those shots on frame, but WLC nearly tripling the total amount of shots that Concordia has taken so far. It's something that proves that offensive burst that we're seeing. But as we look to the second half, Reagan, what are your keys for Concordia as they need to, what are they going into the locker room talking about, the keys that they need to bring back out in the second half?
I think they need to continue playing defensively, a great defensive back, because that's honestly like with those balls going over, they're going to need to stay strong back there and solid. But also just hitting those shots on frame, because they've been given a lot of unique opportunities, especially starting off the game in general, and just placing them where they need to go and just ultimately finding the net in general. I think they're going to look for that, especially being down by 1.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to take a quick break here as the two teams take a break. We've got about 13 minutes left in halftime. We've got some second half action coming up. Don't go anywhere, right here on the Cougar Sports Network.
Concordia University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where truth, freedom, and vocation form students for lives of influence and service for the common good. Our university offers a wide variety of undergraduate and graduate degree options that are available in person and online. That means we have a program designed for you. Whether you're a high school student, an adult returning to complete your degree, or someone looking to enhance your credentials and prepare for career growth. As a member of this university community, you'll also find support in your spiritual and personal life so you can grow in the faith and discover ways to serve others. To start your next journey with us, visit cuchicago.edu today.
back here on the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for second half action. CUC trailing 1-0 here. WLC able to put the ball in the back of the net off of a long shot that hit that upper corner. A really beautiful shot that had a little bit of a collision towards the end between Schultz in goal and a follow-up defender for WLC. But either way, Concordia coming out needing to find some momentum. And doing so, we're seeing a number of changes on both sides here, but most notably now in the goal for CUC is going to be number 35, Nathan Gudiel. So seeing a change in the net as well as some other lineup changes, looking like a good mixture of the original starting lineup and some fresh faces and legs. So CUC looking to get something going early. As we are underway here, WLC dropping it back all the way to their keeper, LeBoy, pressuring quick. CUC coming out, ready to find some momentum early on. An early shot going just wide. It's going to make for a goal kick here. So WLC also coming out attacking hot and early. Ocampo here. Gudiel now clearing that one all the way downfield. Getting the initial touch on it is O'Connor. Leffel now. He sends that forward. And that's going to go out of bounds right by the WLC bench. A throw in for CUC. Throw in now for WLC. Last three matchups between these two teams, Concordia has been shut out in, so still chasing their first, not only their first win over WLC since 2021, but their first goal against WLC since 2021. So looking to find some offensive momentum. And we talked about it in the first half, Reagan. We talked about the things that Concordia is doing right, and we're seeing a lot of good things. We're seeing a lot of strong shots coming from outside. What do we need to see in the second half to be able to put those shots on frame? We talked about it as we closed the first half, that seeing and finding the net is going to be huge. But what do we need to see from this Cougar midfield that leads into that offense to get there?
Yeah, I think we need just quick transitions, also as well as just getting up and being more creative up top, because we don't get a lot of those options, especially in the first half. I felt like it was pretty leveled out, but not so much in the box or like on frame. So overall, I just think that we just need to be more creative and just being able to put a shot in and aim correctly.
Being creative is a good way to put it, being able to find those routes, because we're seeing this WLC lineup change just as much as the Concordia lineup is changing. So being able to attack personnel, based on personnel, I should say, is going to be huge. And a part with that is that creativity that you're talking about and being able to make that run. As good look here from Gomez. Batted around a little bit. Gomez once again with it. Little back and forth. Delgado able to keep it in. He sends it back upfield. Settling it here is O'Connor. He drops it back. Leffel now switches it over to Young. Young sends it forward and right into the hands of Gudiol.
Yeah, WLC continues playing direct, so I think if they keep doing that, CUC should take advantage of those balls floating up top and be able to counter them with that attack.
Absolutely, as this one drops into the midfield, batted around a little bit in the air. One Gundu coming down with it. Over to Delgado. Delgado, little give and go there. LeBoy keeping it in play. Coming back the other way. Having that broken up. Gomez trying to settle it here. Ocampo can't keep it in play. Seeing a lot of back and forth here in the midfield. Couple one touches that's just not controlled. And it's resulting in that back and forth with nobody really able to get some momentum on these runs. As Gomez sends that one backwards. Ocampo coming now. He looks to switch field. Kale on the far side, cutting back middle.
Yeah, also the midfield is very cluttered, especially with WLC's formation. There's around 5 in the midfield, so a couple quick touches is going to do what's best for CUC instead of dribbling it all the time.
Absolutely. And they're taking advantage of that here as the one-touch turn can't quite connect. Ramirez Pabon sends it forward. Galindo, he's got an opportunity. Shot and goal! Rafael Galindo finds the back of the net on the near side. A great ball played forward. And he sat with it for a second, and he kind of hesitated, and he waited, and he let Gudiol set himself before he picked a post, and he was able to just find the back of the net and catch the Cougar defense sleeping on that backside. Warriors now go up 2-0 here. Under 40 minutes to play. Ocampo.
That Warrior goal was scored by number 13, Rafael Galindo. Assisted by number 10, Jesus Ramirez Pabon.
Gudiol directing traffic from the back. Trying to pull the WLC defense in a little bit. He sends this one up. Delgado able to get a head on it. He controls here in the midfield. Drops back to one Gundu. Delgado crossing the field here. Looking for a release. He finds Maresco on the far side. And that's going to be booted out of play by Young. Kale sends that one in, and nobody in there. Cleared out by the Warriors. Castaneda now. Here with space is Galindo. Rafael Galindo picking up his second goal on the season here. And staying aggressive here is the Warriors, coming down quickly. A foot race sent forward for Galindo once again, and that goes into the arms of Gudiol.
Over time, they could have changed the rules too. So I'm sorry. We wouldn't said it, so
Another opportunity here, a one-on-one opportunity, and that's going to go just wide. Gudiol trying to get a foot on it, and he couldn't quite get it, but it did not matter as that one just escaped past. Couldn't quite get a read on that number. But a great run and a great ball forward. Looks like that shot was Bogdan Tereshenko, recently checking into the game. Making his presence known early. CUC getting a little bit complacent here. We're seeing that defense start to settle a little bit. And I think the Warriors are taking advantage of that and continuing to push forward. As we see here once again. O'Connor drops it back here. Galt sends it forward. It's going to go out of bounds for a Cougar throw-in. Gundu going quickly. Tereshenko gets a foot on it. Coming down quickly is Galindo. Has that broken up. CUC defense stepping up where needed. Perez looking for a give and go there with Gutierrez. And unfortunately, a little miscommunication sends that right out of bounds for a Warrior throw-in. Leffel over to Young. Young sends a long ball forward. Looking for Gomez here. Gomez gets it, a piece of that clear, able to keep it alive. Tereshenko chasing in quickly, Guddio letting the Cougar defense take care of it. A little tie up there, but CUC coming away with it. Delgado trying to get a piece on it. Instead, O'Connor sends it forward. Gundu now. Perez over to Delgado. LeBoy looking for Ocampo. Delgado here making a run towards flag. Cuts inside looking for Badillo, but has that one broken up. Badillo trying to get the touch and turn, and instead that's just going to go straight out of bounds. We're going to see substitution here. Tereshenko coming off of the field and coming in, Grant Lelm. Delgado looking for Ocampo. He's got him. Ocampo looking forward, trying to play LeBoy, but LeBoy gets a little bit trapped behind Leffel. Going down the other way, free kick for the Warriors. Here's Gomez. Cuts back for Galindo. Right into the hands of Guddio. Another long shot, misses high up through the uprights.
You can see WLC kind of gaining momentum and continue pressing upfield and taking those shots. So I think CUC needs to do a better job playing less frantic and just continue moving the ball within each other.
The comfortable 2-0 lead for WLC definitely playing a factor into how these two teams have changed their style of play. Early on in the match when we saw a tie game, and even when the Cougars were down 1-0, the style of play remained pretty consistent. Both teams having good things happening, seemed to be very calm. Concordia was doing a nice job of trying to slow things down and control the tempo as they needed to. And as you mentioned, seeing here in the second half, starting to play a little bit more frantic, a little bit more chaotic. And while it can work at times, it hasn't been able to come to fruition yet for CUC. So maybe adapting and trying to find a new way to slow things down a little bit and regain that control is exactly what they're looking for. The feed in right into the hands of Gutiel once again. Long throw from Gutiel, kept inbounds by Delgado. One Gundu now, he sends a long ball looking for LeBoy. Seeing a much slower pace of game here in the second half as well from both sides. Defense taking a lot of time, letting things set up, letting things kind of come naturally versus looking to attack early and fast. Here's Scortino. Scortino now has it one for himself. That's going to be deflected. And Gutiel trying to get there and prevent the corner kick, but can't in time. So corner kick for the Warriors. We're going to see a substitution coming in before that.
Corner kick, Warriors.
Ball up in the air, batted around. Nothing from the air. A shot, I believe, on the ground, but that's finally cleared out by the Cougars. Gutiel wound up on the ground. I couldn't quite tell if there was a shot in the midst of all that or if it had kind of just batted around a little bit. Gomez sends it forward for Colleen. Castaneda in the corner. Releases to Gutiel. Gutiel clears it forward, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Warriors.
Yeah, Castaneda's been doing a great job back there and being able to utilize him when needed.
Absolutely a key to that CUC back line there. We saw him make the start with the 10 other seniors. And I think that's a testament to what he provides on this lineup is when you've got a lineup that's consisting only of seniors and then you throw in Castaneda. Granted, he's a junior, but a first year on this team, that shows the kind of impact that you make and what your presence on the field means. As we see a stoppage here for an injury. Can't quite tell who's on the ground. A little bit of a tough collision there. Up and moving on his own accord, which is always a good thing to see when it comes to injuries. Just about 27 minutes left to play here in this matchup. We've mentioned it a couple times here on the broadcast, but today is senior day. CUC men's soccer had 10 seniors honored before today's match. All 10 of them made the start at the beginning of the game. Those 10 seniors: Miguel Figueroa, Matias Zagara, Juan Moresco, Justin Ocampo, Evan Perez, Jesus Padillo, Ellie Delgado, Andre Wangundu, and Kyle Schultz, and Miguel Salamanca. So a good group of seniors that have had a lasting impact on this program, and a beautiful day here to honor them. Long throw in for the Warriors. O'Connor taking it, sends it into the box, getting the turn, but no touch. Right into the keeper's hands once again. Long ball played forward. Gomez tracking it. Wangundu gets there first. Delgado for the Cougars looking to get something going. He sends a long ball down looking for Salamanca. That's going to be batted out by Leffel. And a throw in here for CUC. Cougars needing to find something on their offensive end. So even having a throw in here and getting something moving is a good sign. They've been a little bit stagnant in the midfield. So being able to find something down on their end of the field is promising. Ocampo here. Dropping it back to Castaneda. Making moves forward now. Ocampo sends one inside, looking for Delgado. But a long crew of Warriors in there. And a free kick for the Warriors. A little bit of looked like a dangerous kick there, actually, from Castaneda. It looks like he kind of got caught up in it as well. So, fortunate situation, and everybody seemed to be all right on that. Gomez here. He has his shot from far out, but Gutiel coming out, jumping and grabbing. Long ball down from Mala, right into the hands of Gutiel once again. Castaneda looks forward. He's trying to find Delgado and Salamanca making the run. But the Warrior defense stepping up and breaking things up. Ocampo trying to cut back middle. Finds Badillo. Sends it forward for Delgado. Delgado sends a long one, trying to find Kale, chasing on the backside. Kale a little bit held up by King on the backside there. Still able to get there, but cannot keep it in. Subs coming in for both teams as we are under 22 minutes to play now. Free kick for the Cougars. One Gundu here on the near side. Looking for Delgado, instead sends it right out of bounds. Throw in here from O'Connor. Long ball coming down. Gudil able to come out and scoop it up. Nathan Gudil coming into the second half in replacement of Kyle Schultz in the net. Actually seen a number of games for CUC, 12 games, making his 13th appearance here today. 67 saves on the season. Been the number one option for the Cougar goalkeepers this season, and making it known why he should be, as he's already made a number of grabs, saves, deflections. Some of those intangibles that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but being able to make a clean read on a ball, being able to place the ball well, those are those things as a goalkeeper that you're always looking for. And Gudil done a nice job so far here today.
Yeah, he has, especially as a freshman coming into CUC. He's been able to adjust and be a great key player for them as well.
When Gundu has an opportunity here, he looks to send it into the box, and he goes right into the hands of Galt. Salamanca trailing in, also looking for any opportunity for a finisher, but Galt able to hold on to it. Castaneda with the throw in, drops it back to Gudil. As we're going to see our first booking of the day issued to Jesus Badillo for the trip up there. It's going to give a free kick for the Warriors. O'Connor taking the free kick here for WLC. Sends a long high ball into the box. Wangundu gets the header. Salamanca gets tripped up. Delgado trying to come away with it. Warriors looking to get something going here. Ocampo Tripping up the Warriors, another free kick for WLC. I believe that was Drew Guest that he tripped up there on that far side. Free kick is up. The header, no good. Cougars able to clear it out. A little bit of a tough collision there. Andrew King running directly into Roman Klosik. Throw in now for WLC.
Yeah, we can see how high the intensity is getting, especially with all the aggression and all the fouls coming into play.
This is usually the time that we do start to see more fouls, more bookings, as things start to get a little bit more chippy as we get down to it. Cougars trailing 2-0. You've got 17 minutes to play here. The already frantic style of play has started to transition into it's now or never. So we're seeing a lot of these players doing whatever it takes to win a ball. And the refs are letting these guys play through a lot of stuff. So the Cougars are going to continue to test what they can get away with here. And on the same side, WLC is going to be doing the same thing. The more aggressive that the Cougars play, the more aggressive the Warriors are going to play. And it's going to continue to be an overall aggressive battle for the last 16 and a half minutes that we have to play here today. Deep throw in here for WLC. George O'Connor taking it. O'Connor sends this ball in over the heads of everybody, but able to collect it is Bradley on the far side. Bradley coming in. Looks for the touch, and that's going to be batted away. CUC doing a nice job of clearing that out. Castaneda now. Ocampo can't control it, sends it right back over to the Warriors. Colleen finds Dukic on the far side. Tripped up a little bit, and that's going to be a goal kick for CUC. Nice job defensively there to prevent Dukic from being able to even get a shot off. Free kick here for CUC. Initially, players thought it was a throw-in, but dropping it back for a free kick here. Castaneda now on the near side. Drops it back to Gudiel. Gudiel sends a long ball. Salamanca gets a head on it, but cleared right out by O'Connor. Pace of the game slowing down quite a bit more again here. Cougars trying to pull this WLC defense as close in as they can to try to be able to release Klosik and Delgado and Salamanca. Gundu, he's able to get through. Klosik has an opportunity here. He's got the header. Tries to get one off, and that's going to be deflected. Great defense from Young. Klozik not able to get it off quickly enough. Wangundu coming in, and that's going to be a throw in for WLC. I think that might have been the Cougars' best look this half. A really great ball placed in, and Klozik had a really nice read on it, just didn't release in time. Seeing CUC able to still find good looks like that last one we saw with Klozik, it's very promising as the time starts to wind down, under 13 minutes to play, but they're still taking the time to find the right looks and find the right avenues to be able to send these balls through, as this one is played in and batted away once again. But as frantic as we've seen them play so far to start this half, seeing them kind of settle things back in and really take that time. I think you mentioned it, Reagan. Being able to control and not play so frantic is going to be the key, and that's exactly what we saw here.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be the key, especially past games where they have played frantic. It doesn't go as well, so being able to find the right pass. As you can see, they're getting many opportunities currently.
Wangundu sends it back to Delgado. Delgado looks to turn and take a shot, but that's going to be broken up. Off balance, attempts to clear it out. Wangundu with it now. Kale at the top of the box. He cuts back, sends one in with his left foot, looking for Ocampo. Ocampo goes down, but play goes on. An opportunity here for the Warriors. Coming down is Galindo, but that's going to be a free kick for CUC.
Again. Keep it up. Come on, Cougars, keep that pressure.
Badillo chasing the ball. Castaneda here on the near side. Switches over to Zagara. And that's going to be a throw in for CUC. Fresh legs on the field for the Cougars. Coming back in, Miguel Figueroa. Figueroa, one of those seniors that was recognized earlier today, coming in replacement of Miguel Salamanca, another one of those seniors that was being honored here today. We started to see the sun peeking out a little bit in the first half, and slowly that sun has started to tuck away. We're seeing that overcast coming back as the temperatures begin to drop here in River Forest. The shot from Galindo up through the uprights. I think we've seen more field goals today between this men's soccer, both of these two men's soccer teams, than we've seen on this football field all season from our CUC football team. The Cougar soccer team, they're getting their money's worth on those uprights. Taking a look at the rest of the schedule for these two teams. As I mentioned earlier today, we're nearing the end of regular season NAC play. And with that comes the final 4 conference games, including this one here today. So for the Warriors, after today, they're going to be at Marion on Wednesday before closing their regular season games out on their own home field against Dominican and Edgewood on October 25th and October 29th, respectively. Taking a look at CUC's schedule, men's soccer will be at home on Wednesday. They host Edgewood before closing out their regular season schedule on the road, taking on Marion on October 25th and heading just down the street for a home game 2.0 at Dominican. With Dominican being just down the street from CUC, it almost feels like it's a home game when you're technically on the road. But that will close out the regular season stretch for both of these two teams. Cougars looking to get something going here. Kale has that one poked away. Warriors have some opportunities here. Making the run to the far side flag is Tereshenko. He's cutting back towards the middle. Has that one picked off. Given back to him. Long ball sent in, broken up. Figueroa now has it. Drops it back to Gudiel. Gudiel sends one down, looking for Figueroa. And that's going to be a throw in for WLC. But seeing some substitutions in the mix. Delgado coming off of the field for CUC. Coming on is Jefferson Garcia. Gomez has that one poked away by Figueroa, but WLC able to keep possession. Long ball sent down, broken up by Castaneda. Gudiel coming out with the jumping grab, secures it. 7.5 minutes to play here in River Forest. Gudiel's kick heading straight out of bounds for a WLC throw-in. Wangundu here. Drops it back to Castaneda. Castaneda lets that ball roll by him. I'm not quite sure he was ready for it. Recovers anyway, coming back up the midfield. Six minutes to play here. Cougars slowing things down quite a bit, trying to find the right avenues here as they push forward. Looking for Wangundu. That's going to be broken up. Spin move and slide tackle from Tereshenko. And then he's able to draw the free kick in. Bogdan Tereshenko, freshman from Green Bay, Wisconsin, making his impact here on the field for WLC. Officials stopping the clock, trying to avoid time wasting here. Leffel taking this kick. He sends that to the far side. And the official stopping once again. Unhappy about something. A yellow card issued to the head coach, Joe Lidke. Head official very clearly unhappy with something that Lidke had said. Stopping the game in the midst of a free kick to go over and issue that yellow card. Joe Lidke in his 26th season as the head coach at WLC. A seasoned coach and a passionate one at that. Leffel here sends it over to Young. Young sends it forward. Looking for Galindo. Galindo here. Cuts back. And I believe that was Tereshenko with the shot. Kind of came out of nowhere there. Just about 4 minutes to play here in River Forest. WLC showing no signs of slowing down. Tereshenko with the run on the near side. He's got space with his left foot. The diving attempt from Gudiola is no good. The goal from Tereshenko finds that side net. What a shot from the freshman. I mean, that is just a tough shot for Gudiola to try to save. Turning and coming off of his right foot, taking the left-footed shot off balance. He goes down in the midst of it. A great shot there from Tereshenko. 4 minutes on the dot remaining here in this game. CUC getting a little bit tired on that defensive end. We talked about it earlier, Reagan. Castaneda really holding that defense together. He's been all over the field. He's played the majority of this game, if not the entirety of the game. And he's been everywhere, and he just couldn't quite get there in time. The rest of that CUC defense not there to be able to provide that support, and it gave that opportunity up.
Yeah, that was an amazing shot. Like, he was able to put that in the net, and that's what we've been talking about placement-wise. He was able to get that job done, and so I think looking back on that CUC, if they were trying to take an opportunity, that's how they should be putting it in the back of the net.
Cougars have 3.5 minutes to respond, but WLC not making it easy for him. Ocampo trying to steal that one away. He can't. Sends it down the far side. Looking to send it back inside. Dropping back here to Young. Young sends it here on the near side. Wangundu gets ahead on it. Figueroa chasing it down, can't quite get there in time. It's going to be a throw-in for the Warriors. A long throw-in, batted away by CUC, but struggling to retain a possession, As that one is going to be called offsides. A really great look. Tereshenko got the header on it, and I believe that was Galindo trying to make that run, but at least a step or two offsides. The flag immediately went up. Did find the back of the net, but at the cost of the offside flag. Wangundu chasing this one down, trying to get something going as we near the 2-minute mark. Badillo throws this one in.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Garcia back to Ocampo. Ocampo thought about sending along, instead cuts to the middle, finds Kale. Kale coming back to this near side. Sends the ball to the flag for Wangundu. Wangundu takes a touch, bounces it off, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Cougars. Substitution coming in for CUC before that.
Corner kick, Cougars.
Minute and a half to go here in River Forest. Official unhappy with the direction that Wangundu was coming off of the field. Wangundu there to take the corner, so instead started going around the back of the net, and the official was not letting that happen. So time has gone down quite a bit. As that corner has gone into the box, Cougars take possession but can't get the shot off of it. Under a minute to play now. Castaneda, little give and go action. As we mentioned before, Castaneda all over this field. Ocampo now looks to release somewhere. Can't find anybody, so he takes a shot himself, and that goes up. Couldn't tell if that one went through the uprights or not, but it was close. So as we enter less than 30 seconds to play, it's going to be a goal kick for the Warriors. You can imagine they're going to take their time on it. The official blowing the whistle, trying to prevent as much time wasting as possible, but I fear we have entered the 10-second countdown as this ball goes into the air. Perez gets a head on it. Figueroa looking to do something. Ocampo over, and no shot is going to go off. Ocampo really trying to release over to Pelayo, hoping to potentially get something at the last second. But either way, a hard-fought 3-0 loss for the Cougars on Senior Day. Not what you're hoping for on the Senior Day, but either way, a nice way to end here if you're the Warriors. Seeing some goals put up at the last minute, and especially coming from a freshman. Taking a look at that stat sheet. That would, in fact, be Tereshenko's first goal of the season. That would make it his first career goal, and he had a fantastic day coming in for WLC. But let's take a look at that final stat line. WLC, 20 total shots on the day, 7 shots on goal, 3 saves out of their lone keeper, 5 total corners. And you look at that in comparison to CUC, Concordia, only 7 total shots. That matches the number of shots on goal that the Warriors had, and that's just a tough number to look at. 3 of those shots were on goal, 3 saves between the Cougars' 2 keepers, and then only 2 corner kicks. So a little bit of a mismatched stat line, but at least the first half of this game, it was a very evenly and well-paced game. There wasn't a clear direction that things were going, and the Cougars stayed in it. Really, it wasn't until about halfway through that second half that we saw things start to get a little bit frantic, but the Cougars really did a nice job of maintaining that momentum through the majority of the game.
Yeah, exactly. I think they tried their best, and obviously it sucks not to get a conference win at the end of the day, but ultimately WLC had a better game, and their shots just landed more than ours.
And that's unfortunately the name of the game sometimes. Good games, bad games, and whoever can find the back of the net more will walk away with some extra points here in NAC play. But at the end of today's contest, Cougars fall to 0-8-1 in the NAC. Meanwhile, WLC moving up to 2-5-2 in the NAC. So as we near the end of today's broadcast, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that made today's production possible. Operating our cameras today was Sophia Pedraza and Elliot Higgins. Running our production and making it look as fantastic as always, Alan Mateo. Over on the other side of our press box doing our scoreboard and PA, Dave Daimling. Our student workers operating stats for us today, Abby Kulig and Lindley Southern, under the direction of our Assistant Director of Athletic Communications, Corey Welch. Joining me today on the broadcast, Reagan Espinoza. Thanks so much for being on. And I'm Kayla McLeod, signing off here on the Cougar Sports Network. Men's soccer back in action on Wednesday at home. You're not going to want to miss their home finale right here. You can catch everything and all things CUC men's soccer at cucougars.com. But once again, signing off, Kayla McLeod. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you next time.
Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.